Are we here?
Did we finally do it? I think so.
Holy cow! That was strange.
Yeah, Jan showed me on her end. It said, um, waiting for video signal. The broadcast is waiting for signal. It should resume shortly.
Right. Well, I don't know if you saw it on your end, but on my end, it showed that an error had occurred and
Yep.
tried to go live again. Holy cow! Zach,
Yes.
real quick. You may have to text your friend this, but the dates that I got was 57 to 61.
Yeah.
We're still on reserve until 63. Do I go 57 to 61 or do I put down 57 to 63?
I would say whichever one he wants. I mean, if he if he's proud of his reserve days, I'd leave his reserve days on. He was contractually obligated to the government until 63.
Okay,
So
that
I'd leave the
oh,
reserve days on.
all right. That is what I will put down because I wasn't sure how that would work.
Yeah, and I told Bart did just reach out, and I said that you're putting in some information, and we'll get that all taken care of.
Okay.
So
All right. Yeah, I'll get that as soon as I can. Just trying to figure out this mess of a live.
Well, I say Jan.
Hello. Yeah, it was. Wow.
speaking of peeps, I had some strawberry Pop Tart peeps the other
Oh,
day.
gross.
They were awesome.
You mean awful.
No, no,
Your brain is fucked and you're mispronouncing
no, it's
awful.
awesome.
Oh my
It,
god. And look who is here that does not know how to tell time.
What's up, guys? No, I was running. I was running behind. I was actually out of the house.
Really?
Yeah, I had to run a
Under the
quick
ocean.
errand.
Under the Ocean.
Yeah.
So you gonna start singing a song like Disney song?
You don't know any Disney songs? You couldn't even.
No, it's because I got the lumberjack song stuck in my head.
What lumberjack song?
I
That's a
dress
lumberjack?
in women's clothing and hang around in bars.
Okay, we need to clip that portion of this show so that we know that Mr. Zach likes to dress in women's clothing and hang around in bars.
Yeah, and then got my high heels
And at 4:50, Nick, turn them off.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
And now he wears high heels, so
Okay.
we're great.
I cannot believe you've never heard that song
Why in the hell would I have heard that song?
because it's Monty Python, for God's sake.
Monty Python.
The only python I know anything about is in a cage.
I've never seen that show.
We
No.
used to watch it a lot.
I'm good.
I don't know if my pants are a cage, baby, but
Okay.
Goodbye. See yourself out.
All right. I'm still working on this little special project that I am working on. Um,
Which special project?
the one that I have been talking with Zach about. It's not something I want to say on air.
That one.
Yeah. Yeah, nice special little project that I'm hoping to have done. Uh, Mel's badge. Yeah. Oh, I don't think he doesn't have any of that stuff. Hmm. Okay.
Oh, hey, look who else.
Folks, welcome to another edition of Supernatural Talk. We got a little bit of a late start. Something happened with our live when we got like 20 seconds in, and we had to restart.
What exactly happened?
And we really weren't even.
Yeah,
It's not like we're talking about anything crazy.
we didn't even have a chance to start. It was doing our intro.
That's odd. Oh
So,
no! Look who also decided to join in.
If
so
you were on time, you'd have known.
had to restart everything and reshare everything because I was in the middle of sharing all of that when that happened. And I thought, holy cow. But we're here and we got viewers, so I'm happy with that. And all of our destinations are live.
That's good.
Awesome.
Joanne.
Joanne, the
Snow
snow's
is
melting and
melting.
the sap
Yeah.
is running. What kind of sap?
I think she's
Maple?
talking about the maple tree sap.
I was thinking tree sap.
Yeah.
Just
Good.
maybe you
Send
decided to
some
join
maple this way. We get snow tomorrow after it was 70 today. And then we get 75 by next Monday or by this coming Monday. So yay.
I was looking on my app this morning. Next Wednesday, we're supposed to be getting rain. Jennifer, we need to talk. Uh,
Jennifer, hey.
Next Wednesday, we're supposed to get rain which mixed with snow with a high of 63. Explain
Um,
that to me.
um, um,
Well, you know what's even stranger is
Rain
that
mixed with snow at 63. How's the snow going to even get there?
It's not supposed to.
not
It's
supposed.
not.
Well, and if that's not weird enough, they were saying for us it's supposed to like again be like up in the 60s. I think even on this upcoming Saturday, it's supposed to be in the 70s, and this entire week it's been nothing but rain. In fact, we were under a dense fog advisory earlier today, so it was foggy as hell
Send it here.
outside.
Send it here. We are so dry. Why are you sounding muffled?
Muffled?
Yeah, it sounds like you're really far away. Like,
Jeremy, do you hear it or
No, you sound fine to me.
yeah, you sound like you're really low.
I don't know what it could be. I don't know why I sound muffled.
How do I sound to you?
You
You
sound
sound
loud and clear.
yeah, same over here.
That's
I'm
odd.
never happy when it rains. No, rain is good. Rain is good. It's spring. It's going to bring everything to life. It's good.
I,
Well,
I thought the line is supposed to be I'm only happy when I'm sad.
well,
Okay. It's
yeah.
a hell of an oxymoron, but yeah.
No,
Well,
I thought that's an actual song lyric.
Oh, I don't know.
Like Shania Twain, it only hurts when I'm breathing or something like that.
Um, no,
It-
that's it only hurts when I cry, something like that.
yeah, and I thought that's where that line came from.
Only on days that end in Y.
Yeah, so that's what I thought.
but yeah, and yes, the other weird thing too that they were saying about the weather for this later part of this week. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be happening anymore apart from the rain, but you know what's even stranger? They were even saying apparently there was even going to be a possibility even for severe storms or even tornadoes in the area, but they haven't said anything about that lately.
Sorry, I'm writing down instructions.
You're good.
Yeah,
Oh, Jennifer's asking Jeremy if she's in trouble.
sure. Yeah, you're in trouble, Jennifer. Uh, check your messages. Check your messages. Time is of the essence. So speaking of time, 2 weeks from tomorrow, I embark on my little journey out west,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
which
It
means
sounds strange to hear this out west. It just doesn't seem like west. West is like Kansas.
well, it's west to me. Hell, Nick is considered out west for me.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Oh, check this out, guys. We got a new viewer here, Philippa Dempsey from Nelson, New Zealand.
Uh,
Lovely room,
well,
22.
22 there. Sweetie. Um, the 22 and warm, don't go together.
2 degrees Celsius
Celsius.
So what is that
That is, here, I'll look it
Fahrenheit?
up. I got it.
That's still not warm.
Hold on.
is 71
Oh, you
Fahrenheit.
got it? 71? Okay.
Okay, so that's decent. That's shorts weather. That's when you. I
Yeah.
remember we had a rule growing up: you could not wear shorts until it was 70 outside. I took our little girl for a walk today at lunch. Walked her around the block. Rose is getting to where she's having trouble walking up and down the stairs these days and getting stiff and all kinds of things. So I tried to make her move. The girl's getting fat, period. She's getting fat.
Oh, boy. Jeez. Mountain West. That's what Jan said. She's calling it Mountain West.
Well, yeah,
The, the Rocky. So anything
that's
beginning
the
with the
West.
Rockies on is considered the actual West.
Very true.
So in all actuality, where Adrian is at is not really considered the West. I think it should be, but
Nah, the Wild West is somewhere else. It ain't here.
well, think of Dodge City. That at one time was considered the
Yeah,
West, and
look, City,
that's not
Kansas.
even to Colorado yet.
Yeah, it's Kansas.
Kansas is the Wild West. That's where the gunslingers were.
Yeah, and Kansas is east of you.
Exactly. But that's the Wild West. This is, I don't know what.
I thought
Well,
that was
yeah, I
also.
do, because
When I think of Wild West, I think of Dodge City, Tombstone, anywhere in Nevada.
how,
Um, not California though.
I thought more of like Oklahoma and Texas too.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, they would fall in that category too.
Texas damn sure was.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, yeah, yeah.
The-
I'll tell you what, this has become, I'm not sure. Wild, okay, so Wild West is that direction. However, this has become the fucked up West because I'm telling you, I am seeing things in our town page recently that scare the shit out of me. Like people are going door to door. And now tell me if this is going on in your area. People are going door to door and like one lady said that there was a van outside, which Jan's going to know what this means. There was a van parked outside. Two women got out. One went to one door, one went to this lady's door that posted. The lady had a candle in her hand and gave it to the woman and said that she wants to come inside and clean the house. And she would get points for her scholarship at college. Okay, so that doesn't exist, number one. That you either have a scholarship or you don't. You don't get points toward it. But when the lady told her, no, you're not coming in to clean. My house is clean. I'm good. She kind of panicked. And then she took the candle back from her. Okay. Number one, why are you offering a gift to come inside somebody's house to clean unless you're getting fingerprints from that person? Number two, the only reason you're going to want to go in there with a lie like that is if you're casing the joint. And number 3, the lady told her she could pick weeds outside if she wanted to, but she wasn't cleaning inside. And the lady left. Both of them come out of that van. Now, I have my theories on what that is. Another one today. We had that here, the clean house. Another one today was walking. A lady just out walking, broad daylight. And that kind of scared me because I read this after I went walking on my lunch break. That this lady walked up to her, and I don't even remember the scenario of what happened, but she turned after the strange interaction was over. She turned, the lady was gone, like she was never there. But being said, this being said, with what happened, a lot of people are posting their experiences here in this town. And a lot of people have this nice little saying right now: keep strapped or get clapped. That's pretty much the scenario. Yeah, it was something like that here too, Jan. It was something crazy like that. And yeah, I have never heard of points. And mind you, I work with colleges. I've never heard of points for a scholarship. You either get a scholarship or you do not on your merits. Whether it's an essay you wrote, or whether it's a scholarship from your company or your parents' company. But no, you don't go earn points for a scholarship that I've ever heard of. People are crazy around here these days. Nick, have you heard anything like that in your town?
Not that I'm aware of. Maybe maybe possibly without my knowledge, but for the most part, I haven't really heard anything on it.
It's ridiculous. I mean, you cannot open your door anymore.
Yeah.
Our elderly are being told, or single women are being told, if somebody doesn't call and tell you they're coming over, you don't open that door, period.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And that's scary because if you don't open that door, they're going to break it in because they're going to think you're not home.
I mean, there probably have been some occasions where I've had heard like the annual break-in that occurs, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and of course that happens everywhere. But for people to come in your house and see what you have, and especially if you're under the premise of cleaning, you're going to be lifting everything to dust, right? So you can look into things that most people wouldn't look in.
Oh, Tom's saying, "Hey Tom, people around me are putting flyers on cars for cleaning services."
And that might be legit. I would check the state registry and see if they're registered. When I was a cleaning service, you could look me up on the state registry, and I would also leave my insurance number. Like, I was insured, so I would put in insured and leave the number of, my insurance, not the company, but like my insurance policy, so that, they knew I was legit. They could look that up.
Tom, since he's also on the chat, by the way, sometime either maybe tomorrow or so, I'd like to give you a call because haven't really spoken with Tom for quite a long time, so we got to catch up at some point. So at some point, I'd like to give you a call when you have a chance.
It's quite a long time to you.
Well, it actually has. I seriously have not spoken to Tom in quite a part.
It's a long time to him.
Yeah, apparently you were just on a trip.
Well, I mean, that's actually one of the things I got to talk to him about. But hey, Lauren's here. Hey, good to see you, Lauren. But no, it's been a long time since I've actually spoken with him, apart from when he's commenting on the shows. But just got to catch up on things.
You know that phone works both ways. Just pick it up and call.
Well, that's what I was planning on doing.
You don't have to warn somebody. You pick up and you call.
That's what I'm going to do. Well, don't forget, he also works a school job, too. So we also don't want to call him when he's about to go to sleep. One of the dog.
Somebody's angry back there.
Yeah.
Apparently, spring break is going to suck for some people.
How so?
Record smelly seaweed blob. Beaching for
Seaweed
spring
blob?
break. Beware. Piles of rotten egg smelling sargassum.
That's really strange.
Where?
I don't know, but that sounds really, really gross.
Yeah, it does. I just don't know how that's possible.
Well,
Oh,
it's
there you
seaweed.
go, Jeremy.
Doing our WWE show tonight at the top of the hour. Chuck, let's talk. I have a wrestling network. Let's talk, Chuck.
Who are you talking to?
The Sticks Boy, the YouTube channel.
Oh,
Yeah, his name is Chuck. He actually immigrated from the Myth or Mystery show that used to follow us. He hadn't been around in some time, and he started coming back. I did not know that he does a wrestling show. So
I found out one of my teammates, which I'm on a new team now, but one of my new teammates, is a wrestler. He has 4 months left and he stops wrestling. So he's like, come see me if y'all want to. I'm like,
is this the one you were telling me about last week?
no, that was my trainer.
Oh,
He's
jeez.
still doing it. But this guy is, I don't know, what league, whatever. We didn't get into that, but he's got some gray going on.
Oh boy, you got a whole bunch of wrestlers in your company apparently.
Apparently. And
Yeah.
I know nothing about it and just nod and smile. Okay. Yep.
But
Speaking of wrestlers, our wrestler, his birthday is, well, in Japan, it's today.
how old is he?
That's a good question. Hey, babe, how old is Free now? I think 25. Oh, oh, 35? No way.
Oh, you're a little off.
35? No. Because that's Brett's age. No, he's not 35.
Everybody would know how old someone is. I would like to think the father does.
This is 2026, if I'm correct. If I'm not making it up. My daughter was born in 91, which is going to make her 35.
Yes.
She's a lot older than he is.
I mean, not as much older than I am because I'm just 2 years younger than her.
Okay, Jan said, pull of the moon changes tides and brings water from the bottom to the top. And it stinks. Yeah, that's a lot like they say the lakes turn over during the summer. Yes, they do. I know it. Maybe it's not midsummer, but yeah, they do. And they get really gross looking.
All right. What do you say we move on to the topic of the show since we are already 26 minutes in?
Oh, that's all? Really?
Yeah, 26 minutes.
Well, it should have been more than that had we not had our little difficulty earlier. Because actually, we had two difficulties. One was the network page itself, and then the other was going live.
Yep.
So, while we got dogs trying to kill each other,
They're killing Dad.
We are actually diving back into the paranormal this week.
Yes, that's
Um, since there's a lot of ugly things going on in the world and very polarizing events happening because you got 50% of people who are for this and that. We got 50% of the people who are against this and that. So we're going to stray away from those topics tonight
yeah.
and get back into the paranormal. And it was suggested, I like this idea, that we talk about some of these paranormal locations that are pay to play and talk about their prices.
I actually looked one of them up, and it was kind of astounding. Not the price of the location, but the exchange between our dollar and theirs, which is kind of scary. If this is correct, this is scary.
When
So,
you say the exchange, are you talking about how we pay these people?
well, like let's say changing lira to US dollars.
Okay.
So, Edinburgh Underground Ghost Tour. Okay. We all know Edinburgh is kind of a known haunted location. And this ghost tour, which, none of us really are going to go do because it's a tour. You can't investigate anything. It's a tour.
Well, it's also in a place that's kind of off limits to us at the
Yeah.
moment.
They,
Yeah, it's a, yeah, but you can get the history, but you can never really go investigate. Which, okay, if you want to get the history and just go experience it, that's great.
yeah, I was going to say, hasn't it been closed for the last couple years for some reason or?
That's not what it showed on Google. No.
I was actually more referring to what's the likelihood of us actually going.
Well, no, it's not. But we're comparing, other countries' ghost tours to ours or locations. So it's open. You can buy tickets right now till the middle of March to go to the underground tour. And it's a 2-for-1 to do the cemetery as well. Okay. And it's going to cost you 19 lira. Okay. I converted that 49 cents.
49 US cents.
49 cents. So either our dollar is worth,
Edinburgh, as in Edinburgh, Ireland.
No,
yes,
Edinburgh is in Scotland.
Edinburgh, Edinburgh.
It's in Scotland, not Ireland.
I looked up just haunted locations, okay, across the world, the most haunted across the world.
I could have, I just wanted to say, I could have sworn it was referred to as Edinburgh.
Edinburgh is the one I looked up.
Okay.
And matter of fact,
That,
I'll
that
get
doesn't
this.
make any sense because I just looked it up. The pound sterling is the official currency in Scotland.
Okay, I'm
I was
going to
going to
send
say
you
it
this
should be
link.
pounds over there too.
Let's see here. Okay they use pence, and I think that's how it's coming.
What's the symbol for that?
Pence,
Yeah.
just a letter P.
Okay, this was L. I'll send you the the link here.
Okay. City of the Dead tours. No, I don't want to sign up for a free ebook.
You always get those
I
free
got
ads.
that pop up too.
Oh, what Tom just brought up. See, that's something I'd like to do too, Tom, is I've always wanted to go to Fox Hollow Farm in Indiana.
Okay,
What is the history behind that?
Chuck is saying L is pounds.
Okay.
What were you saying, Adrian? What
That
history
makes sense. Pound sterling.
said history behind that? Are you referring to the
So that's
farm?
$1.34 per. Okay.
Oh, Kate's here in the chat.
Is that Adrian?
So it's $25.39.
Is that the symbol there, the one that Kate just showed us that you're looking at?
Yes. Yep.
That's the one? Okay.
Yeah, it's in Scotland, Kate, Edinburgh.
Okay, yeah. So that is the pounds.
Yeah.
Yep. It's $25.39.
So, Adrian, wait, you were at.
19.
So, Adrian, you were asking history on a place. Are you talking about the farm I
Fox
just
Hollow.
mentioned? Huh?
Fox Hollow.
Oh, that was the former home of where serial killer Herb Baumeister lived and murdered most of his victims back in the late '80s and early mid '90s.
Underground.
And you're able to go there?
The couple who've owned it, they've opened it up for investigations.
Okay.
They've even appeared on some of the paranormal television shows. So I
Oh
mean, I
yeah,
don't know.
Ghost Adventures did.
Yeah, I think Ghost Adventures did. I know Dale Kazmarek and his team they went, and also I remember too that they had they also did an episode of Paranormal Witness where they interviewed the couple. They even interviewed one of the investigators that actually investigated the murder scene, like when it was actually a crime scene. Kate, it's Fox Hollow Farm in Indiana.
Are
I don't
you
remember.
asking about Fox Hollow, or are you asking about the one I was talking about?
I already forgot. Where was that actually?
So Apple TV did a thing on it.
Okay, the underground shit. It's in Edinburgh, Scotland, Kate. Edinburgh, Scotland.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's to tour the cemetery and the underground.
yeah, it's called the Underground City of the Dead tours. So yeah, 19 pounds sterling is, yeah, like you said, $25.39 US dollars. Now it would be nice if these people did not use AI for pictures.
Yeah.
Website.
Again, I'm going to reiterate. I fucking hate AI.
No, who doesn't?
Oh, many people don't.
There are so many videos out now that are just utterly ridiculous. The most popular ones, it seems, these days are cars losing control on icy hills and speeding down towards other people who are just standing there.
Yeah, it's like the same with something else with that too. I see something similar like that, not with cars, but there was what do you call those? There are these AI videos where you have people like I forgot what the type of pools they're called, but they're like swimming like in these like high rise swimming pools that are like right on the edge of a building, like it gives the illusion like
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
you're floating in the air almost. And they start shattering it. Everyone's like falling out of it. First off, I will admit that.
last
I mean, first off, I will admit that would make a good plotline story for the movie Final Destination. I will admit that, but there are so many of them. And there's even some that are just so that are just so dumb and like
no,
to watch.
no, Nick. That would be a good scene for a revenge movie.
Oh yeah, that's
A law-abiding citizen.
that is. There was one of my favorites. I will admit, I do laugh at it because it's just so ridiculous and it's funny. Is there was one video where there was this big guy who was okay. I don't mean to be sounding mean, but it was a fat guy. He had to be like over 400 something pounds. He runs into the pool. He knocks himself over the railing, falls into the pool, and you can hear me over saying, "The glass is breaking." Then the whole damn thing falls down with him. I'm not gonna lie, I actually cried when I first watched it. It was actually pretty funny, but it was so stupid at the same time.
Yep, stupid sounds about right.
It is. That's why I thought it was funny.
Tom, while you're in here, look up the price for going there.
For underground.
No, the Fox Hollow or whatever.
Infinity pools. That's what they call them. That's what I was trying to think of the name. They're called infinity pools. Or sky pools, too.
Fox Hollow.
I looked that up, too. That's in Westfield, Indiana. Not sure how far that is from you, Jeremy.
I think it's somewhere around Indy, maybe.
Possible.
Yeah, I think it's around Indy. I'm trying to look to see if there's.
It's in Hamilton County.
Okay, that's right above Indy.
Yeah, it actually it says here it is a northern suburb of Indianapolis.
Yeah. Because Hamilton County is actually the richest county in the state,
Okay.
and that's where Noblesville is. And Noblesville is one of the best cities in the state.
It's interesting too how it's like dead center in the state of Indiana.
Yeah, no, that's Marion County,
Okay, yeah, well, almost to the center, but yeah.
but Hamilton is right above that. Yeah, sounds good, Chuck. Actually, Chuck, send me a message. Send me your channel. Message me your channel. And if I'm able to after the show, I'll hop on and watch. I'm trying to find a website for Fox Hollow Farm.
Well, I'll at least give you guys a little bit of a head start so you guys can get a better understanding about Fox Hollow Farm. But like I said, that is where serial killer Herb Baumeister used to live. And I remember actually from the Paranormal Witness episode, they said that, I mean, the couple, they've experienced a lot of, different paranormal activity at that farm. And they actually contacted the local news station, and because they were well aware that this was Herb Baumeister's former property. So they actually contacted the local news, and they actually got some of the tapes of the news reports of the murders when they were first, being discovered and investigated. And later on, they also had, again, an actual investigator who actually investigated the case. I mean, from what he remembered, he said was that the Baumeister case was one of the biggest crime cases in the state of Indiana at that time. It was, in fact, a big part of him and a lot of the other investigators who worked on the case's lives as well. And when he was investigating it back in 1996, when he was walking around the house, not only did it brought, it reminded him of everything that occurred back in 96, but it also brought back those memories very quickly. So what he remembered from the investigation when he told the couple was that Herb Baumeister was kind of like John Wayne Gacy and Jeffrey Dahmer. So they were told how Herb Baumeister selectively chose his victims from gay bars downtown under the belief and idea that they were going to go for a swim in the indoor swimming pool. So, as for the investigator who was again, as I remember from the interview, he said as he was walking around the house, it felt like he was back in 96 already. He remembered when he was actually there and investigating and photographing the crime scene. Herb Baumeister had several mannequins placed in and around his house, including the pool area in various poses. It just seemed really weird, bizarre, and certainly creepy. It seemed like a setup to lure his victims there. We kind of surmised that Mr. Baumeister had control over his victims with the use of alcohol and/or drugs, brought him into the pool, asked him to participate in autoerotic asphyxia, and then killed these individuals through strangulation, and then buried his victims' bodies out in the wooded areas near his home, out of the farm. Now, in spite of the creepiness of the mannequins, still, it's like his victims must have thought it was actually kind of cool, like it was kind of like a spa. But I'm sure they had no idea of knowing that it was actually a killing ground. It was a trap. So, in
Hang
the
on, Nick. Chuck, where did you send the message?
So while we're waiting on that, so in the
Oh,
end, when everything was coming to light and
never mind.
an arrest warrant was being made, and they were actually out searching for him. From what I remember hearing, was that Herb Baumeister then fled to Ontario, Canada, where he eventually killed himself with a gunshot wound to the head. So he was never apprehended. He killed at least 20.
On this place.
What's that?
I can't find a website on this place.
I know there's I'm not sure if there's I thought there was a website. I know they have, obviously, a Wikipedia page about Herb Baumeister himself, but he was under suspicion of murdering over a dozen men throughout the throughout the late 1980s and early mid 1990s. And when he killed himself, not that I'm trying to show any sympathy, but he was still a pretty young guy too. He was only 49 years old.
That is young.
Yeah. But he's also suspected too, because there was also, and around that same period, there was also another serial killer that became known as the I-70 Strangler, who killed at least 11 young boys and adult men both in the states of Indiana and Ohio between June of 1980 and October 1991, dumping their bodies near Interstate 70. So that's where the name I-70 Strangler, same exact situation where they were met at popular gay bars or other similar establishments within a 4-block radius in Indianapolis. And they said all the victims were later found naked or partially clothed near I-70, often dumped in rivers, streams, and ditches in the rural countryside. Each have been strangled to death. So even though it's likely that it could have been a separate serial killer, Herb Baumeister is also believed to be under suspicion of also being the I-70 Strangler. So his murder rate not only would have been greater, possibly greater, but also more importantly, it actually goes back even further to well over 16 years prior to his suicide. What's even more unsettling too, and Jeremy, if you'd like for me to send this to you, there's even an interview of Herb Baumeister, because he worked for I think a road construction company. And I watched it was like right before his death. I watched the 1996 interview, and just watching him just talk like a normal person, like anybody would on the news, is just unsettling, because it's like he gives you that feeling like, oh, he's actually a really nice guy. No, during this time, he he had been killing people. He'd been killing all these guys that he's invited, and he was a father too. He was married, had kids. He would always send his family away, you know, while he'd be killing these guys.
I have actually driven real close to Fox Hollow Farm.
That same investigator who investigated, he said, I remember on the Paranormal Witness episode, he said, if there's any place that's truly haunted, especially if it was the scene of a serial killer, it would definitely be Fox Hollow Farm.
Yeah, I've actually driven within a block of it because Highway 31 runs right through Westfield. I didn't realize that, and the farm is just a block off of it. Because when I was going down to Indy for my eye appointments and to have my eye surgery, it's right off of 31. And if you go straight up 31, which I did a lot to avoid the traffic trying to get on to 69, I apparently passed right by it and never knew it.
Yeah,
Does
honestly,
it tell
I'm
you?
actually kind of surprised.
Does it tell you how much it costs to go there?
Can't find anything on it.
See if
Yeah,
right now on something here. Hang on.
I just looked up Old Park Hotel. I just wanted to see the price change comparison. You can't find how to book it on the Facebook page.
Jeremy, believe it or not, also just one more thing about Fox Hollow Farm. There's even been a movie made on the murders too.
Yeah,
There,
it's on Apple TV.
well, is it the well because the one that I'm looking at is called The Haunting of Fox Hollow Farm. This one came out back in 2011.
Let me
So
see.
I'm not sure if that's because you could, although you can watch, I don't know if it's on Apple TV, but it is available free on Tubi. To this day, too, at Fox Hollow, I mean, I would assume to this day, over the years, as you guys can imagine, too, because all the victims were buried out in the wooded areas, I think even still as of now, they've still been finding human remains. And those are obviously the bones of his victims that he killed.
Well, if he was as prolific as they think he was, they probably will be finding remains for a very long time.
There was one victim here. It says that authorities have publicly and posthumously linked the unsolved disappearance of 34-year-old Jerry Williams Corner to Baumeister. Williams Corner was last seen in Indianapolis on August 8th, 1995. After his disappearance, his vehicle was found at Castleton Square Mall. As a young gay man, Williams Corner fit the profile of Baumeister's victims, despite the fact that his remains were never recovered from Fox Hollow Farm. So that kind of does go back with it does go with what you're saying, Jeremy, is that there's probably even some other additional victims out there that, they may never find them.
There's a new docuseries out 2025. That's on YouTube. Coroner breaks down Fox Hollow murders on YouTube.
Yeah, it's called the Haunting of Fox Hollow Farm, and that came out over 15 years ago. It's also the farm has also. I mean, again, it's not even just on the paranormal shows. It's been on some of the crime shows. Understandably, it's been on any television series like Investigative Reports back in a year after it all occurred, 1997. History Channel had it on their Perfect Crime series. It was on Behind Mansion Walls.
Netflix has it.
And of course, Paranormal Witness and Ghost Adventures, as I said. Investigation Discovery featured the case again most recently over 10 years ago on True Nightmares. So, yeah, it's been a. Oh, even last podcast on the left covered it, which that's not a surprise. Oh, there's most recently last year, June of 2025, the Oxygen television series Unknown Serial Killers of America aired an episode about him.
Oh, I just got a news flash from Wednesday. Britney Spears was arrested.
What? What? Seriously? I
It
gotta look this
says
up. Okay, I gotta look this up.
she was arrested on suspicion of DUI.
Oh God, why am I not surprised? I was thinking of something else, but okay.
And to think that this is worldwide news.
She was booked and released 3 hours later.
Uh, okay, I was looking up Waverly Hills. They are booked solid for the rest of the year, which really is not surprising.
Yeah, everybody wants to go.
They were at $1,000 a night for up to 10 people. Now they are, well, as of when I went there 2 years ago, it was $1,100 for up to 10 people. Um, and I can't tell because they have changed their bookings. Now you have to go through extremeticketing.com to book your dates there.
Okay. Yeah, in Old Park, I'm not seeing any link on their Facebook page of where to book. A lot of it says message me for tickets. No, I don't think so. You either put your price out there or no.
Well, Crown Point Jail, there is no link. You go directly through Sandy to book your dates. But for her, it's $25 a person.
Which is absolutely reasonable.
Exactly. Yeah, it was 20. She had to raise it up 25, which $5 is going to break the bank.
Yeah.
Um, I love going there. Uh, let's see. Um, Mansfield, Ohio, the Ohio State Reformatory. When Nick, you went to that one, didn't you?
Ohio State Reformatory?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was with you guys on that a few years ago.
yeah. I thought you were. So when we went there, it was $150 a person,
Which is not terrible.
and I had to pay $1,500 straight up before I even had people. Um, Usually you have like a little deposit, but for this one you had to pay the full amount, 1,500.
That's nuts.
Yeah, and it sucked too. Um, and what's really bad is that if you don't get your 10 people, then you got to eat that cost.
That just seems pretty unfair that you got to do that. You got to do it that way.
Yeah, well, I had up to 20 people at one time that were going to go, and then as we got closer, including the day of, it dropped down to 14.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Um, oh, here's one. The Washoe Club.
Yeah.
Oh
Isn't that
yeah, I've
gone?
heard of that place.
It's $400 a night,
Hmm.
but to investigate there, you have to pay a $20 membership fee to the Washoe Club itself per person. Otherwise, you can't investigate there, even though you have paid your money to investigate there. They won't allow you inside beyond the bar doors in the back unless you paid that $20 membership fee. I don't like that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, to me that's bad business, but people do it. People do it.
Just trying to.
Overnight investigations. Okay, here we go. The Millionaires Club is now. Uh, okay. For $400, your group will get access to all three floors of the Washoe Club, the crypt, as well as the spiral staircase. All that is required is that each member of your group becomes a basic member of the Washoe Club Restoration Project at the $20 level. So, so on top of your $400 that you had paid for the night, they want an additional $20 for their restoration project.
That's kind of. Oh, Jeremy, real quick. I don't know if you see, we got another Jeremy here in the chat. Hi, Jeremy Brunton.
Jeremy, meet Jeremy.
Yep, Jeremy. Meet. I should have said it that way. Jeremy, meet Jeremy.
Or you can go Jeremy squared. Welcome.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is he a new viewer?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing, but yeah, Jeremy Brunton, welcome, welcome.
Yeah, welcome. So yeah, you have to join the restoration club in order to investigate, even though you have already paid your $400.
Now, is that 400 per person or group?
Group is for
Okay.
the group.
And how many per group?
Uh, let's see here. Doesn't say.
Hmm. Now, I can tell you, I understand charging because these locations need upkeep. Most of them are historical. They need upkeep. They have to be kept up to a certain standard. I get it.
So where's that $400 going then if they want an additional $20 a person?
There's something going in people's pockets. Like, this is for the location. Yeah. This is for me.
Yeah. Okay, so they do have a guided tour. So I'm glad they're doing that because the guy that gave me my tour of the original one that I did some 12 odd years ago, I stayed in touch with him since then, but he passed away a few years ago. So and he was the only one that I was aware of that was doing the tours there. But apparently they're still doing them, so I'm glad that somebody else has picked that up.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of these locations that are absolutely nuts. If you Google, just say you Google most haunted locations in and put in your state. Now, what you're going to come up with is the sponsored sites, which are the paid sites.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to come up with Yelp that has its own version
Oh
of
God.
some places you cannot even go into. And then you're going to come up with haunted houses that are open for Halloween. As when I did it for here, we came up with Deerfield, which you cannot go into.
Really?
Not anymore. Not until they get it done. And it'll
Oh,
never be what we saw.
I looked at a picture there recently. That one building that I told you was about to fall down finally did.
Yeah.
What building?
Uh,
I
when
think it
you're
was
looking at the highway, is the building on this side?
the owners, like the main guy's bunker. I'm not sure.
It
But
was the one that was surrounded by a fence because of how poorly it
Oh,
was.
wasn't that Indiana State Sanatorium?
Huh?
no,
Isn't that
Deerfield here.
Isn't that Indiana State Sanatorium?
No, she's talking about right outside of Greeley.
Oh, Greeley. Okay, okay.
Yeah, because on the one side was a big building, and it looked like it was just a huff and a puff away from falling, and across the little dirt road was like a convenience store.
Yeah, it was their little store.
Okay, a convenience store with an attached apartment.
I don't think that was attached. That was to the left. That's where the mosquitoes got us.
Yes,
And there
and
was a hole there.
yeah, it was. You be careful where you were stepping because the grass was knee high.
Yep. And then there was a hole that you went down to your pelvis.
No, I think it went deeper than that.
Well, not the one I stepped in, but I was running from mosquitoes.
Yeah,
So I don't know. But
yeah, we were all.
Oh my
God.
God! Yeah, that was horrible
then they were in the car with us.
for
Yeah,
like a
they
week.
got in the car, and when Zach took off, there were millions of them. Yeah, Wildwood is a very good place to go to. Very reasonable.
Yes, absolutely.
Hinsdale House is reasonable.
I would have want, and as I always got to say about that, I would have wanted to check out more of it if I didn't have a damn migraine that day we went,
gas
Jeremy.
station. They've got a good start on the rebuild of that gas station.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We saw it at its original
Mm-hmm.
the last time. That's the end. We'll never see it original again.
Right. Well, yeah. Like I said, I think they're probably 6 months from reopening that gas station.
You mean as a functional gas station?
Yeah.
That's some
As a
bullshit.
tribute. Yep.
There's no way they would have to dig in there.
Oh yeah, they took and they completely rebuilt it. They're rebuilding it.
Mm-mm.
It's going to be a park. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with the mosquitoes, but they're going to build a park.
Oh,
Maybe they're
God.
going to train the mosquitoes.
I don't think that's going to change anything as far as the mosquitoes are concerned. So,
Oh yeah, if they got rid of the standing water, which is what the problem was, there was holes. There was deep holes.
Yeah,
And it rained and there was standing water in them. And nobody came through there. Like, there was no animals, there was no humans, there was no nothing. So when we came through, those mosquitoes was starving.
yeah.
God.
And I'm telling you, they ate us like you would not believe. We itched for days.
And it was a swarm.
Yep.
I know that, I probably mentioned this a very long time ago. I've been through a location like I had these about almost 10 years ago. I had two guys that I used to hang out with. They told me that there was this forest that was like located about 10, 15 minutes away from me, claiming that it was haunted. So we went out to the woods to go check it out. Of course, we went during the height of summer. It was hot, it was humid, and like not long after, well, we go into the woods, and I don't know what the hell was. I got attacked like by a whole, and again, it was a swarm of mosquitoes. I mean, they were everywhere. I mean, it was like they were getting like to every part. Like they were getting in my ears. They tried to get in my mouth, try to get in my eyes, up the
That
nose.
was,
They were in my shirt. I mean, it was just I couldn't even see for a few seconds because they were. And I actually had bug spray. Like I sprayed myself with it, but it didn't matter to the mosquitoes. They didn't give up. I actually even tried spraying it around. That didn't do anything else either. And I think that was probably, even if regardless whether this place was actually haunted or not, I think that was probably the first time ever in which I thought, I literally said, I can't do this. It's
oh,
just
it was haunted, all right, but it wasn't haunted by ghosts. It was haunted by mosquitoes.
mosquitoes. Yeah, and like literally, not only was I itching for days, like the same way you described it, Adrian, when I walked out of those woods, it literally looked like as if I had chicken pox on me. I was bitten all over the place. And what was even stranger was just before we also left that day, I had gotten a shower in. Well, as soon as you guys can imagine, I got back home and had to take a second shower immediately just to remove any type of contaminants because you never can tell if any of those mosquitoes that have bitten you may have West Nile to them.
It wouldn't matter if they had West Nile. You're bitten. You're done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was not going to do anything.
Nope, not a damn thing. But there's the thing about the mosquitoes when they swarm you like that. You have to breathe, whether it's through your nose or through your mouth. You have to breathe. So that's the one thing I remember is having a mosquito in my mouth. Like I inhaled the son of a bitch. No.
That probably, again, I know it was almost 10 years ago, but that's probably what happened to me too when that whole situation occurred. Like it was bad, really bad. And I literally said, if we ever go into those woods again, I am only going during the spring and fall, maybe the winter. If it's actually not too bad. But I said, there's no way I'm going back during the summer. Absolutely not.
Well, here's the thing. This year, it's been so strange because, like, the temperatures have been much hotter in places they're cold and snowing in places that they're usually not. So the bugs are confused. And we have had flies in this house, all except for this last month. I mean, they have not left. Now tell me, flies are supposed to have what? At the most a 10-day lifespan?
I
Where
think
in the
actually a little bit more. I
hell?
think a little bit more than that, but yeah.
Well, fruit flies have a 3-day or 2-day. So tell me, where in the hell are these some bitches coming from? It's not like there's maggots in this house.
They're
Where,
hiding somewhere.
Tom
where,
said, rub vinegar on your
oh,
arms and face.
I would not want to put vinegar anywhere near my face.
oh, I put like straight cinnamon or peppermint on cotton balls in every corner and crevice of this house for spiders. Because come springtime, they're coming out and they're coming in. And then come fall, they're coming in. And black widows are one of the worst.
Oh God, oh no, you do not want to get that. You get bitten by one of those, and you're most like you're going to be dead. I mean, they
No,
actually say their bites are like they literally say their bites are literally 15 times more powerful than a rattlesnake's. So you get bit by one of those
I
things,
don't
you're
believe
done,
that.
huh?
I know many people who have survived black widow bites.
Well, nonetheless, they are still extremely painful.
Oh yeah, they're painful. There's no doubt about that. But you know, if you put peppermint, and it has to be like the real peppermint oil extract, not the fake shit you bake with, and just put it in cotton balls all around, and they don't like it. So, you know, we've got baby girl now wanting to dig under the back steps. Like she got herself between the steps and under the house. I walked out today and I got dirt flying at me. Like,
Jeez.
what's going on? I look down and she's digging under those steps, throwing dirt at me.
Wow. Jeez.
All right. Well, the problem with that is that's where they live.
The Black
And a dog
Widows.
is susceptible.
Well, yeah. I mean, understandably, that would for something like Black Widows, yeah. And that's another type of. And we get these all throughout the year, even just during the week. Have you guys ever had something called box elder bugs in your?
I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're not, in spite of their mass numbers, they're not considered a pest. They're these little black bugs that we get. They're like little beetles. They're black and they have like a string of like a line of red on their backs, and they're not dangerous or poisonous or anything like that. But I've always learned, though, you don't want to crush them because they're also kind of like a type of stink bug. They deliver a really bad smell if you crush them. But we get them all the time. It's really annoying, but we just don't know how to put up with calling an exterminator or something like Orkin. It's not going to do anything. Yeah, they say that apparently like there's these box elder trees that attracts them, but I don't know of any box elder trees because I thought by now we would have had them all cut down. So I don't know what. I think most likely they're just sheltering themselves, especially with the weather still being relatively cold.
So, what kind of reaction do you think if we were to get bit by Scarlet?
Scarlet? What do you mean, Scarlet?
Look at the comments.
Oh, Chris. Black Widow Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. So if you get bit by Scarlet, what kind of reaction do you think you'll have?
Probably will not be alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Adrian's. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, really, I don't even know who Scarlett Johansson is. So I really don't
All
have.
right, pick up your phone. Pick up your phone. It is time to do some history.
Okay, fine. And
How do you not know that woman?
oh, well, maybe I do. It's just that it's been a while. Oh, and Tom, no, they are not part. They are not in the cockroach family. No, they're not.
Gee.
Don't get any ideas, Jeremy.
Every man in the world knows who Scarlett Johansson is.
Hang on. I'm looking. Okay, what do we got? Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, that's right. She was married to Ryan Reynolds at one point. Oh, that was back. Oh, she married him like, as I always say, that was back when Ryan Reynolds was before Ryan Reynolds.
She was never married to Ryan Reynolds.
According to the Wikipedia, she was. She was married to him between 2008 and 2011.
Oh, a long time ago. Okay.
That's why I said that was before when Ryan Reynolds was before Ryan Reynolds, and I usually say that because of Deadpool.
Okay.
I'm looking at.
She was ever married to him.
Said that it was a spouse. So so I'm gonna be honest here. Okay, so I guess I really have. Yeah, it says divorce from actor Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a year later that Ryan Reynolds married Blake Lively. I thought he had always been married to just her because they had been married for so long.
Look, I'm sorry, but I haven't really seen like even the movies that are bringing up. I haven't even the only movie that I've even seen her in, and this was 20 years ago, back in 2006, was The Prestige. That was I didn't even see Black Widow, or what was that other one? What was the other one that they just showed?
My first introduction to her was Lost in Translation.
Yeah, I only know I've only ever seen her in one movie, The Prestige, and that's it. So that's probably why I don't really recognize who she. Oh well, I did see that she was okay. She was in Jurassic World Rebirth last year, so that might be something I may want to check out actually.
So I take it you never watched the Marvel movies?
I just couldn't really get myself into a lot of them. I mean, with the exception of Deadpool, I couldn't really get myself into Marvel. I just can't.
'Cause she was in so many of
Yeah,
those.
I see she was like in the Avengers movies. Although my
Avengers, Captain
Chris
Marvel,
just
Iron Man,
my dad though sometimes he does watch some of them like when they're playing on FX.
and she is also going to be in the new Exorcist movie.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
didn't know there was going to be a new Exorcist movie. Actually,
they're doing a remake.
okay, okay. Oh,
Um,
interesting.
Mike Flanagan is remaking a whole bunch of new stuff. The remake, he's remaking The Mist.
The Mez. Oh my God!
The Mist doesn't need to be touched. It was perfect all the way through.
And they made that television series almost 10 years ago. And in spite that I watched the entire series, I did not like it. It was not as good as as the movie was.
I haven't been able to find the series.
It was on. It only lasted for. Well, I can see why. It only lasted for one season. It aired on Spike TV back in 2017.
And he's also turned Carrie into a TV series,
Oh no!
which
See,
is completely unnecessary if you ask me.
it's like what I always say because like the Mist is a Stephen King tale. Carrie is a Stephen King tale. Unless you're actually doing with the series, if you're gonna like with as a television, if you're gonna turn it into a television series, for the most part, you're obviously doing it for the wrong reasons.
Well, don't be so sure of that. Now, granted, I'm not too thrilled about Carrie being a TV series because there's a lot more Stephen King stories out there that haven't been turned into a show yet.
Right.
That's what I find upsetting because I want to see the new stuff. I don't want remake of everything else.
That's also the same too with obviously another similar horror writer, Clive Barker. There was a book that I actually read it back when I was in middle school. He wrote a book back in 1992 that was called The Thief of Always. And after the book's release, there were plans of adapting it into a movie. In fact, on some occasions, it was even going to be adapted into an animated film. So it was essentially it was a horror story, but unlike other stories that Clive Barker had written, it was more family oriented, contrast to a lot of the other stories that he's done. So, but the film was never made. Over the last few decades, they've been trying to make it into a movie, but such plans never materialized. Then I found out it was like 3 or so years ago, somebody finally got the rights to make this into a movie. It took over almost 35 years when the book first came out back in 92 to finally make a movie adaptation of this book. And I got to tell you, I'm honestly surprised it hadn't been made into a film sooner. And it's quite it's definitely a fantasy horror film. I mean, I really thought this is a great story to turn into a horror film. It's really good if you've never read it, Jeremy.
I've not read any of his stuff. I'm not really sure if I want to because I do not like Hellraiser.
Oh, you don't like Hellraiser?
No,
I'm surprised.
it's just
I don't either.
that kind of storytelling is not my thing. Let's get back into locations and
Yeah,
prices. So we talked about. I think the last one we mentioned was Ohio State Reformatory,
yeah.
$1,500. Um, what are some of the places that you went to, Nick, that you did not think prices were reasonable?
Uh, yeah, that's a really good question. Um, Man, I got to go back. Give me a second here. I got to go back and kind of relook and at all these places. 'Cause, yeah, some of them were just absolutely insane. Jeez. I'm not
Um,
okay. Well, while I'm thinking of like some locations like that, I would also say the same too for just like even some of the public investigations. Like you have to pay like a huge amount of money to just investigate for a few hours. It's not even going for the location or restoration or anything. It just seems like it's just kind of over the price. So
well, when it comes to public locations, anything involving a celebrity, in my opinion, is not worth it.
there is actually one that is coming up that I actually am going to be attending, but this is actually one of the few that it's still expensive, but it's definitely cheaper compared to the average public investigation. It's in fact going to be at the end of this month. We have the Obscura Paracon coming up in DeKalb, Illinois, which is in the western part of the state. And they're going to have an investigation at the Egyptian Theater. Chris Fleming and Dave Schrader is supposed to be there, but unlike a lot of those with them
Now,
involved,
is this an investigation or is this like a lecture or a presentation?
as far as I know, it's supposed to be an investigation. That's what I was told. And the prices for those tickets, again, normally I stay away from a lot of the public ones, but this is kind of a rare exception. But the prices for the tickets are only about like $85, which also includes like a dinner or whatnot. So, I mean, compared to the average one, which, like a lot of the other ones are like, you got to sometimes pay like 200, sometimes even almost $250, especially when you're with the celebrities. But this is kind of one of the rare exceptions. So,
Where is this location at?
the Egyptian Theater, it's located out in DeKalb, and that's DEKALB. Yeah. Jeremy Brunton actually knows about. Okay, yeah, that he apparently he knows this place. Yeah, that is the investigation for the Obscura Paracon. That's correct. Yes.
So, Nick, anywhere that Zach Bagans goes is your favorite location?
Oh no, they didn't go to the Egyptian Theater.
You sure?
As far as well, don't forget, there's also more than one Egyptian theater.
I was talking about what Chris said.
Oh, Chris, shut up. And if anything, okay. So yes, there have been some places that I've gone where that he's gone in the past, but definitely not recently. If anything, at this point, I've gone to places that Zach Bagans eventually follows, like Joliet Prison.
Oh,
I
by
was
the
right
way,
behind him.
Chris, did you measure the box yet?
Yeah, I know we
No,
already did it. Yeah, I know we already did it, Tom. But yeah, he said we. Truth be told, we did investigate the Egyptian theater back in 2019. But again, just wanted to get back into the investigation, so it would just be another good opportunity. And Jeremy Brunton said he just interviewed Jenny. Yeah, Jenny Davis is the one who's actually running it. Just
I
interviewed
okay.
about the.
actually just talking to Jenny last night because she had been posting a lot about the workman's comp issue that she's having. So I was talking to her about that.
Yeah, yeah, she's the like what Jeremy Brunton said. Yeah, she's the one who's pretty much hosting the investigation at the Egyptian theater.
Okay, so I'm looking at. Okay, here we go. Private paranormal investigations for the Egyptian theater.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now actually, Nick, this event that you're going to, I would say is reasonable.
That's
Uh,
that's why we're going.
yeah, yeah, I would definitely say is reasonable because you're paying $85 a ticket,
Correct. Yes.
and that includes dinner.
Yes.
Now, if you were to go, let's see here. Uh,
Hey, did you all know that Zach Bagans' museum's closed down?
Oh, really? Holy
that's
crap!
Now, I have not fact checked this, but it says that it was closed down due to excessive activity. Well, first it was closed down for um,
Oh
COVID,
my god.
and then for excessive activity of one item. And
Oh god.
they may make him pull it
Oh man.
before he reopens it.
Wouldn't that be the way?
What do you think that item is? Don't look it up.
I think I have an idea on which one that
What
would
is
be.
it?
The Dybbuk box?
No,
Nope.
not what. Did you hear recently about what's been going on with the Dybbuk box? Hey, Braxton's here. Did you hear what's going on with the Dybbuk box, Jeremy?
Only that he acted like he was about to faint and everything because he was going to open it.
Not only that. So the original owner of the Dybbuk box, and I just learned this when I was with Ed back in the beginning of January. The original owner has officially said that he fabricated the entire story involving the Dybbuk
Well,
box.
duh.
That does not surprise me at least.
There's 10,000 Dybbuk boxes.
There's 10,000 of them that are probably far more legit and real, but this one is not one of those.
Nope, that's not the haunted item. What else
No,
would you
it's
think
not.
it was?
He finally revealed that like about a year or two ago that he fabricated the whole thing.
Yeah, that's not surprising. So,
Okay,
what do you
I
think?
just looked up the website. Apparently, they are still selling tickets for the very days that well, it's in Vegas, but for the very days that I'm bowling in Reno, so they must not actually be closed.
Oh, apparently at one point they were having him close it down for one single item. Um, First, what do you think that item was?
I'm gonna have to say most likely. What
Doll?
was that, Jeremy?
I'm guessing a haunted doll.
Nope.
Okay, I was gonna say adult too, but that kind of pushed my answer. So, yeah, what Tom said too. Chris Fleming was there when it was debunked. That's right. He's talking about the Dybbuk box.
Yeah.
Uh, what item could that be? Again, I was thinking of adult too, but I gotta think of something else.
There's only one other thing besides that box that they
Uh,
made such a huge bullshit about.
this happened in 2019.
What did?
The Devil's Rocking Chair.
That's right.
What?
This happened in 2019. Um,
And after COVID, they had a big debate about whether they were going to allow him to keep it there and keep it open.
Jeez,
okay.
God, why can't I think of it off the top of my head?
Why is it always with Zach that something absolutely terrible happens?
No, it's not Robert the Doll, Braxton. It's because I know. Well, first off, I already know Robert the Doll's
Imagine
story.
if he got his hands on that thing.
Oh God, that would mean so. That would mean almost certain death at this point. And plus, too, no, it's not Robert though, Braxton. He's still down in Florida.
Okay, so the Devil's Rocking Chair was actually owned by the Warrens. The chair
Really?
is linked to the 1980s demonic possession of an 11-year-old boy named David Glaxell, which inspired The Devil Made Me Do It Conjuring.
Seriously?
Apparently,
That
yeah.
can't be right. The Devil Made Me Do It. That was based on the demon murder trials of 1981.
Just going by what's listed
Yeah.
here. But then
Oh
again,
no, that just took
the
me.
overview.
I just because I know that case story very well involving the murder of the landlord and demonic possession, but as far as I can recall, I don't remember. I don't remember hearing anything involving a rocking chair or anything like that.
There wasn't anything about a rocking chair in that movie.
In fact, I don't know.
Okay, here it is. Okay. So It's at the very beginning of the movie where they are exercising the little boy, and it jumps from the little boy to the
Yeah.
teenager. The
Okay.
little boy is David.
David. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay.
Which
All right.
also, by the way,
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I am a little curious, however, about this chair because,
Well, they
believe it
don't
or not, that
include everything
case.
into a movie.
What's that?
They don't include everything in a movie.
Well, it's not. Well, not only that. I mean, most people don't seem to. This has kind of been forgotten, but that case, when they made a Conjuring movie out of it, that was not the first time that case was covered in a movie because, like, 2 years after the actual murder case in 1983, there was a made-for-television movie on that case too. I think it was called the Demon Murder Case, and I don't know if there's any way that you could watch it. I remember a few years ago, like I remember I should have gotten it when I had the chance. I remember somebody was selling a DVD of it on eBay, and it's only like an hour. Oh, let's see who's all in it. Okay, Leanne Langland is in it. Kevin Bacon is in it. Charles Fields, Ken Kercheval, Eddie Albert, Cloris Leisha. Oh, you know what? Actually, you guys don't have, regardless where you can find it, you don't have to look far for it because that movie is available on YouTube. You can watch it for free.
What movie is it?
It's called The Demon Murder Case 1983. So I would type that in just so you have so that way you can find the movie. And apparently, oh my God, even even Andy Griffith is in it. Wow, check that out.
Okay, now his movies I've actually been looking for because I want to get a hold of his of the all the films he's been in.
Yeah, it's yeah. There's been yeah. You could watch this. I don't know about like actually like personally owning it, but you could watch this movie on YouTube.
Oh, I will own it. Trust me on that one.
Yeah, yeah. It's not difficult to find. I mean, it's a rare upload, but still, that's awesome that someone uploaded it.
Yeah, anything that Andy Griffith is in, I want to get my hands on.
Somebody here, okay, I just decided to look it up again too. Somebody here is also selling it on eBay, and you can get it just for like $20. So there are still a few DVD copies out there that you can get of this original film.
Okay, well, wait, you say you can watch this for free on YouTube?
Yeah, somebody uploaded it.
Okay, I can just download it.
Yeah, you can just download it too, just to have your own copy of it.
Yeah,
It's
Demon Murder Case.
1983. Yeah, this upload was uploaded about almost 5 years ago now. And
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah, yeah. You could. I'm just seeing a little preview of it, and yeah, you could watch it for free. I mean, was not expecting sound. Um, the picture quality is not really that great, but it's still watchable.
Well, back in 1983, picture quality wasn't always the best anyway.
Well, and not only that, especially for a made-for-television movie, it was not like the same way how they did with the theatrical films. With the television movies, they were usually of poor quality compared to theatrical films. He's touring with the Bacon Brothers band. What? I don't remember hearing anything about that. Braxton's like, ain't heard Kevin Bacon's name in a while. Yeah, yeah, he's in this movie apparently.
Oh, Eddie Albert is in it too.
Huh?
Eddie Albert is in it.
I said that. Eddie Alberts. It's got quite a couple of big names in this movie.
I really liked Eddie when he was in. Okay, well, he was in Green Acres first.
My mom did not like that show. She did not like Green Acres.
I got to see several episodes of that when it was playing on TV Land, and I also really enjoyed him on Escape from Witch Mountain.
Oh, that's right. He was. Yeah, he was in that too. That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay, what other? Oh, Adrian.
That's
I'll
what I was about to say. Let's get back again. Oh, Braxton watches Green Acres.
ask Adrian the same thing I asked you,
No.
Nick.
Yeah, go with Adrian first. I'm still thinking.
What location did you go to where you thought the price was unreasonable?
Uh, there's no sound. Your mic is muted, Adrian.
Why in the fuck is it muted? Um.
Jokes.
Oh, I know why it was muted, because I went in there and didn't need to hear plit, pit, plit, pit, pit, walking. So I don't think I've been anywhere that I thought was unreasonable, because I wouldn't pay it if it was. But the closest I've come is a location that there was 7 of us went, and splitting it between the 7 of us wasn't so bad. But it was all fake. Every damn bit of it in there. When I found cameras, we knew cameras were in there. That's not a problem. But we also found out they were staying in the camper behind the location, and there was devices that you could remotely control. And so, yeah, that was unreasonable at that point, because it was fake.
Okay. You know,
And Zach Bagans was in there right before us.
God, of course. He's always going to make some kind of appearance in any way, shape, or
Oh,
form.
no, he did not. That was the problem. That's what
Oh,
everybody
really?
was complaining about, because he did not show up. He had his crew there, but he never showed up. He walked in, told them what to do, and left.
Well, nobody ever said that he was very dependable.
No, the location owner said he was a real asshole, which doesn't surprise me one tiny bit. But, you know, you would think he would at least make his appearance to look like he investigated with his crew, like he always does. But no, he did not. He went to the motel while they stayed there. Which, I'm not saying those beds weren't comfortable. They were. But I went home. This was the first location I had ever investigated. And I went home and looked up some of this stuff. You can buy it on like eBay. And when I got to looking it up, it has a damn remote to it that makes it move. It's not like what they said it was like motion censored. It was not. It was remote.
Good old Zach Bagans.
Yeah. Now, Tom's saying Ursula's tour. I never seen. Well, I don't remember Zach appearing on any of the tours. Tom, we weren't. I mean, I know we had that one time when we had Chris Fleming with us at Joliet Prison, but don't remember Zach actually being at any of the tours.
Oh, did you guys hear about the earthquake in Louisiana today?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, there was apparently there's a lot of videos surfacing. There was an earthquake in northern Louisiana this morning.
How bad?
Braxton, do you know anything about this? I'm sure he does.
Just enough to shake things up a little bit.
It was it was a 4.4.
That's not small.
No, that's pretty. I mean, that can be quite damaging. So that's pretty big.
Okay, it says here Louisiana rattled by strongest earthquake in decades.
I wonder if that came from trying to think of the only fault line I could think of that could have done this, and this is something I'm actually surprised we didn't feel, Jeremy, because it would have also affected Illinois and Indiana too. Would have
We're
thought it could have been from the New
far
Madrid.
away from the epicenter. We wouldn't feel it.
Well, no, the one that I was going to say is the New Madrid fault line, and where that is located, it's pretty much right around the areas of where Illinois, part of Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Missouri, and Arkansas all meets. But even though Louisiana's further south, for such a powerful earthquake like that, it wouldn't damage us as much as it probably would down in Louisiana, but we would have felt it to some varying degree.
Speaking of Louisiana,
I don't think we
Oh.
would.
do y'all know who Gypsy Rose Blanchard is?
Yes.
Yeah. We talked
Okay,
about it numerous times on this show.
Okay, good. So I'm not going to say this publicly because just no. But
Public forum.
oh no, because this is regarding someone we know.
Mm.
So I want to see your faces. So yeah. Now I can't think of his name, but you all know.
Yes, it is, Tom. It really is. And that's what's scary about it.
The New Madrid fault.
That's the I know that's the one I was just talking about, the one that where some of the states meet up at. And make a long story short on this, we're always told for many like that. I'll put it this way. I remember hearing this from a documentary, but the biggest earthquake to have ever struck the lower 48 states was not the Norwich, California earthquake of 1994, or the one that San Francisco earthquake that happened in 1989, or even the San Francisco earthquake of 1906, but the series of three quakes that struck between 1811 and 1812 in New Madrid. And that they call that the mother and father of all earthquakes that struck over 200 years ago. And just like, what's up, Joe? Just imagine the amount of energy those quakes struck back in 1811, 1812. So since that time, over 200 years since that happened, unfortunately, we're overdue for a major earthquake like the one that happened back over 200 years ago.
Adrian,
Uh-huh.
that explains a few things.
Yes, it does.
What?
Yes, it does. And I'm talking uncle.
Nick,
What?
check your phone.
Look up Mama's maiden name.
Okay.
It explains a few things.
I did a deep dive when I found that out.
What am I
Same area.
looking at again?
Do what, Nick?
What am I looking at again?
Supernatural talk.
Look at your message, Nick.
Oh, the messages. Okay, I thought you guys were saying something about.
Nope.
I thought you guys were telling me to look something up on Google. Okay.
Nope.
Okay, so the New Madrid fault line apparently runs Arkansas into Missouri, and it looks like it also goes into Tennessee as well. But
Kentucky,
that's as far as it goes. But it does say it threatened parts of Illinois, Kentucky, and to a lesser extent Mississippi and Indiana.
Yeah.
So
Quakes here recently.
So what, Jeremy?
huh?
You were going to say so.
Oh, so we're not going to feel it. It would have to be major for us to feel it. So we're not going to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like for the 200, like the one that happened over 200 years ago. That's like because when the first of those earthquakes struck back in December of 1811, the quake was so powerful.
All these things.
Huh?
How do you know this shit?
I, I've done my studies on it. I was going to say that the quake was so powerful that it was actually felt throughout a good portion of the eastern United States because the shock waves were going all over all directions for hundreds of miles.
It's actually kind of disturbing that we can mention something and you automatically know the date, the year, the location down to the millisecond.
There, I'll just throw in an example like for something like this. So you want to know like how far it was really the the quake, the first one, it was felt as far as east of New York City, Montreal, and Charleston, South Carolina, where it rang the bells at St. Festival's Church. So like they rang church bells in Boston. They rattled China in the New York area. They were felt in Detroit. They were felt in Washington, D.C. They were felt throughout the deep south of the U.S. It was felt everywhere.
Yeah, Tom, I am, and that is one of Zach's biggest fears is dying in a volcano.
Oh, but that's even worse. I mean, the New Madrid fault line is bad, but Yellowstone, that's a completely different story. It's over if Yellowstone erupts.
We actually have something a little closer to us than New Madrid.
What's that?
Wabash Valley.
Oh, I never heard of that one.
You know,
The other difference.
that one is in Illinois and looks like it kind of stretches into Indiana.
That's a new one I've never heard of before. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, so it's called the Wabash Valley Seismic Zone.
Okay.
Arkansas has the Mariana Fault, and then there's something called the Sandwich Fault. It is. Oh, that one's real close to you, Nick.
Which one is this?
This is called the Sandwich Fault Zone, and it runs from Oswego to Ogle counties.
Yeah, that's not far at all. Okay, well,
Yeah, so it's called the Sandwich Fault Zone.
oh, I was gonna say because we do have it's nowhere near me, but we do have a town here in the state that is called Sandwich. Oswego, that's actually how you refer it to.
Actually, I don't know if Sandwich is within those counties, but it's in Oswego to Ogla.
So it says here the Sandwich Fault Zone. It has generally not been active, although a minor earthquake was reported back in 2002 and 2010, and
So active if it was in the 15 years ago.
well, no, there's more to it. Then also on July 15th of 2024, a 3.4 magnitude earthquake was recorded with an epicenter roughly 2 kilometers northwest of Somonak, if I'm saying that right. It has a largely 400 to 600 vertical displacement, although parts can reach up to an 800-foot displacement, and is likely a configuration of several smaller faults, varying in both direction and displacements.
So that one's real close to you, Nick.
Okay, it doesn't sound like, with the exceptions of the ones that were just brought up, it doesn't sound like it's a major active fault line. Either way, they still focus the attention on the New Madrid fault line, if anything. And also, unlike the San Andreas fault line that we're all familiar with in California, the New Madrid one
No.
is not something that you could see, you know, from the sky up or anything like that. It's literally deep underground, so there's no way you could see it.
Okay, Adrian, what did you send here?
I'm just seeing if you authorized that. I've never seen something like that before.
And Adrian, I was going to respond saying, "Oh, that guy, yeah, him."
Members can now approve their content for publicly visible highlights?
Yeah, that just came across my feed, and I don't know what that is.
No, I didn't do anything about that, but um, you can look at the activity log in the group, and it shows exactly who approved or declined what.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on there. That's a new approval thing.
It might be a Facebook thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay, activity log.
yeah, Nick,
Yeah,
that's
that
the
guy.
mother's brother.
The last thing on the activity log for that page was back in February 27th. So nobody's done anything in the last week on that
Jeez.
page. So this is a Facebook thing.
Oh, and Braxton said the quake from yesterday was felt in the Coushatta Parish area too. I'm not sure exactly where that is in Louisiana, because I know
Oh,
in unlike most states in Louisiana,
Oh,
they're
and-
parishes, not counties.
yeah. Oh, so it's in Louisiana wherever he's talking about.
Yeah, one of the parishes.
Okay. So we have reached the 10 o'clock mark.
Uh,
Uh,
Jeremy, I just got to say real quick, just to answer your question about like unreasonable price. I can't think of anything off the top of my head unless Tom, who's watching, unless he can come up with something. I mean, because we've been to so many locations that I just can't remember for some reason. Oh, there's counties down there too, Brex. Okay, I thought they were all parishes. Okay.
I think it depends on what part.
Because I heard of Voisier Parish or well, no, it's not a parish. I was going to say Lafayette, but then I just realized no, that's not a parish. That's one of their towns.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Oh, there is parishes within that town. That's like I can't remember what parish it was now, and there's probably a good reason for that. But in New Orleans, the Ninth Ward, and it's not a town, it's not a city, it's not. It's in New Orleans,
okay.
and it is called the Ninth Ward, and it's like calling something, you know, South Side or North Side, whatever. It's
mm,
not good.
Okay.
well,
Okay.
that's how south side of Fort Wayne is not a good place to be.
Yep.
Um, One place that I can say I've not been to, I've been there a couple times, but not for an overnight investigation because I would not pay their prices. Was the Bell Mansion here in Fort Wayne?
Oh yeah, yeah. Now that you said that, yep. Okay, now I could pretty much say the same thing too. We
I
were at
was
a
looking up Molly Brown.
You didn't have to pay. You didn't have to pay.
well.
Nick.
That's the thing. I was going to say. I was about to say, but then I had to call. But no, we didn't have to pay for that occasion. But yeah, no. The bottom line was when we found out the actual price of it, that was just insane.
So, so what they were for an unproven location, they wanted $800 for the weekend, $500 for the week, and nobody had ever investigated except for the people who had it. Um,
Because no one was going to pay that kind of price.
some teams did, but they weren't booking. They weren't booking very well, and the one guy that was a part of it was, from what I had heard, was complaining why aren't the local teams coming because we weren't going to pay their price.
There was
Yeah, no.
no way in
Uh,
hell.
Look up on
$500 for the weekend, okay,
yeah.
we can do that. 800, no.
So look up on your time, not right now, but look up um, the unsinkable Molly Brown that had to do with Titanic. That's right up here by me. Her house is. And I haven't looked up her prices to go there, but I just cannot see that being a haunted location. I'm sorry. I just can't, because no, she didn't die there. I mean, she might have died in the house. I don't know. But she didn't die on the Titanic. And even if she would have, she wouldn't be in her house. And no, but it is a historic place. Absolutely. It is historic. It has to do with the Titanic. And they called her the unsinkable Molly Brown because, well, the story. But no, I'm not paying that kind of money to. Now, if it's a museum,
Holly ground.
I'll go see the museum, do a day tour. But as far as the haunted location, they're marking that as a haunted location. Absolutely the hell not.
Just real quick, what Braxton just said. Okay. So he's in Bossier Parish himself. Counties around there too. Actually, I think at one point, I don't think Louisiana was the only state that had parishes. I think South Carolina, they used to be comprised of parishes before they transitioned to doing counties.
Actually, I think that's pronounced Bossier.
Bossier, yeah, because it's supposed to be French. It's
Yeah,
Cajun.
I think it's Bossier.
And
Bossier,
that's why the parish.
yeah. But no,
And that,
South Carolina used to have parishes, but they're counties now.
yeah, most of New Orleans is French. It was founded by the French.
Yeah, Louisiana Purchase,
Hmm.
which was even larger than 200 years ago than what it is today. Obviously,
Yeah, it's pretty interesting when you look at the borderlines of the Louisiana Purchase.
it extended like all the way to the northern part of the U.S. At one point, like stretched almost 1,000 or more than that miles.
Way more than that.
Yeah, I mean, it almost like extended right up to the border of Canada.
Uh,
And look how far we've come with this messed up damn country.
Yeah, yeah. As crazy as this is going to sound, my dad
Let's
said,
see
"Yeah,
who's going to buy us next.
huh?
Let's see who's going to buy us next.
Yeah, yeah."
I,
Well,
I, I keep saying China's going to take over because of the international debt thing.
You know what? Here's the thing. I am glad I have more years behind me than in front of me because I cannot learn Chinese. I'm sorry. Not happening.
Molly survived a flood when she was young, and then the Titanic. That's why the title "Unsinkable" came.
Bo,
Mhm.
is it
Oh,
gear or gear?
here, hold on. That's a. Let me look that up real quick.
Okay.
That's definitely French.
Oh, yeah. Most everything down there is.
Well, this is when I think I wish Kate was still watching because she's starting to learn French herself. So,
As
um,
in germs.
Boger?
Boger. Oh, Boger. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Oh, them French people.
And I was just talking with an investigator from France a few days ago.
But they are not nearly as bad as the Germans.
Oh,
Here's the thing, guys. If you know more than one language, stop and think. What language do you think in? What's in your head? What language goes through your head? Now, this is a serious thing when you know more than one language. Trust me, I know. What language are you thinking in? And then when you go to speak, if you know more than one language, you end up like, okay, so I grew up speaking Bulgarian. Then I learned English, obviously, which I know half of. And then a little bit of Spanish. So when you get pissed off, what comes out? A little bit of all of them. What comes out of me is redneck. Anybody that has heard me pissed off has heard the redneck come out.
I don't know if I have seen you really pissed off, but I've
Mm-mm.
seen you upset.
Now, even on the phone, when I'm talking on the phone at work, I had one guy go, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Colorado. I'm in Colorado." And he's like, "No, where are you from?" I said, "Oklahoma, Kentucky." He goes, "There we go." He said, "I heard that southern in you." I said, "Good. I'm glad it's still there." French are
Yeah,
very
well,
people.
you can take the girl out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the girl.
Yeah, exactly.
We were in a team meeting the other day and somebody said something about gross stuff. I don't know how it even got to that point. Mixing food. I don't know. And I
Oh,
said, "Look,
now somebody's trying to pass off an overhead photo Red River Parish, where there's apparently a huge crack in the ground, and trying to pass it off as the real legitimate picture.
Oh God, no.
who knows what's going on there?"
Well, if there was a huge crack in the ground, like what this picture is showing, it would be national news.
Not necessarily. We're only shown what we're allowed to be seen at this point.
Well, let me show you.
I don't know.
Right here.
I don't know.
I'm pretty
I,
sure that would be all over the country.
oh,
If
I've seen lots of sinkholes like that all over
Oh
everywhere.
my goodness. Jeez. Yeah. That's a
Braxton, real
sinkhole.
or not real?
That's a sinkhole. It looks more like a fissure, if anything. That doesn't look like a
Mexican,
sinkhole
Spanish,
to me.
Russian. Russian. That's almost the same as Bulgarian. Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Turkish. Yeah, I can't do any of those. None of those make sense to me, but Russian sounds a lot like Bulgarian, and we all sound angry when we're talking. It's awful, and we're not angry. As a matter of fact, if you say I love you, it has the word bitch in it. So, you know.
Okay, I think we have now crossed the 2 hour mark.
A
Yeah.
while back.
So we got our full show.
Yeah, we did. We did.
And we would have gotten on a lot earlier had it not been for our technical difficulties.
But Mr. Nick would still not be on time.
I was only 4 minutes late.
Bullshit. What?
I saw the clock.
Are you
The
talking
timer.
about Nick time? What the fuck, dude?
No, I'm just saying
Well,
what I saw the
yeah,
count.
based on the time we went live, Nick.
We went live 15 minutes late, if not later.
I'm gonna have to go back and look.
Yes, you absolutely are going to have to go back.
Had Adrian and I been on time like we were planning on it, you'd have been 20 minutes late.
No. I also kind of had a bad day today, to be honest with you guys. So I'm just glad to be here. You know, that's just the bottom line. I had an issue at work today that didn't go
Well,
so
here's
well.
the thing. When we leave work, we close that door behind us. We leave that behind us. And then
Because it don't matter anymore.
the next
Yeah, it's
thing
true.
you do, you have fun doing it.
Well, no, it's not even that. I was after that. I was exhausted too.
I
I
love
really
the
was.
African accents.
Which one?
The African accents.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys just recently saw of what I just posted just the other day that made a new international connection. Speaking of which, and that first time it's from Africa. First one I've gotten within several years, to be exact.
Uh,
What?
we have an African connection.
No, well, no. First one I've gotten
First one in years.
in several years. I said it's the first one. Not saying I've never had any, but this was the first of its kind for several years. And it's a guy named Regis, and I've had some conversations with him, but unfortunately his English is not the best. So like trying to have him on like as a guest or just, talking to him either on the phone or voice or a video call would be very difficult. But where exactly he lives is Madagascar.
But technically, that first African connection isn't there anymore.
No, but still,
No,
that
but
was
she still want when I put together the Paranormal Union page, she still requested that I add the flag of South Africa onto it. So, and once she said that, I'm like, oh my God, you're right. So, and one of my last birthday wishes I got was from another investigator who still lives in South Africa. So it makes sense to me. So as far as my poster is concerned, I already have I already got 3 flags of the country of countries of Africa. That's Egypt, South Africa, and Madagascar.
And I had to leave my car behind. I'm getting a serpentine belt replaced.
Oh,
oh
really?
no.
Jeez.
Well, it's good to do it now than find out during the trip because I've actually had a serpentine belt break on me while driving. That wasn't fun.
That's okay. I had to spend most of my taxes on tires for the truck because I refuse to go on a trip without new tires.
Tom
I'm
just puts
anal
the
about that
emoji of
shit.
the South African flag.
What
I
kind
don't
of
know why.
what kind of flag is that?
That's the flag of South Africa.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know why he put it there, but okay.
You were talking about South Africa.
I was, but like I said, I already got the job. Yeah, like when I put it up, Chantel was like, "You forgot one flag." And I was like, "You're right." So I went back quickly and I had to refix. I was able to add it. And I had to refix it quickly. So now it's there. She was happy. She told me she was really happy about that later on. So I was like, "Yeah, we'll admit it into the union either way."
all
Actually,
right, folks, we are going to call it a night.
yeah,
Uh,
it's late.
yeah, Nick needs to have his supper.
Yeah, I do.
Mm.
Again, it's been a long day for me today.
Yes, it has.
So we're going to put a button on this, call it a night, and so that you guys know, in 2 weeks, I am not going to be on this show. So if you decide to have this show, my happy ass is going to be in bed by the time you go live.
I'm sure it will. Are you going to do a 13th Dimension episode tomorrow, Jeremy, or no?
As of right now, I don't have anything scheduled, but last week I didn't have anything scheduled until 5 hours prior.
Oh, that's right.
And I ended up having Zach and Adrian on the show.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to talk about the aftermath of the event.
Shut up, Tom. It is. In fact, I've actually been losing more weight. Thank you very much. Like the weight machine today.
We had Mexican tonight. Zach cooked some amazing pork tacos.
Oh, and by the way, I was going to say, well, I'm glad there's not. I would have, because if you were going to do a 13th Dimension episode tomorrow, Jeremy, I'm glad it's not, because let's just say that it has been confirmed. Yeah, I'm still waiting for a response, but tomorrow might be another date night for me. So we will see.
Okay.
Yeah. No, just saying in case you wonder if I don't show up for, like, if you were going to have a show, why I didn't show up or anything. It just got so quiet.
Well, maybe it'll be a better night than it was today, right?
That pretty much so. I mean, I'm still waiting for the confirmation, but another date night, that will definitely take my mind off of things. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do
Oh,
yet.
I bet it will. Let's end this show,
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So
Who's calling you? Is that from you, Jeremy?
yes,
Is it Jennifer?
no, no.
Fried fish. Ooh, that sounds good.
Never heard of that before. Arabian cooked fry. I mean, I've heard of fish fry. Like, remember Tom used to do fish fry night, but I don't remember. Never knew that
There
there
is
was
nothing better than seafood boil, but it has to be from Louisiana because nowhere else.
Yeah. Oh, it was Braxton who called you. Oh no. Oh, he's just saying Facebook call. Okay. I
He
literally thought for a sec he called you.
the tone. Yeah. Apparently, you and I are supposed to have a talk, Nick.
We are
I guess.
just you and me, or are we supposed to be talking with somebody else?
Well, it's. I'll explain after the show.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you can just message me afterwards.
Yeah, no, stay on here.
I'll stay on. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, stay on. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for playing along with us. Next week, yeah, we'll figure it out.
To be determined.
Yeah,
Good night, everyone.
next week we'll figure it out. So, as of right now, no 13th dimension tomorrow, but there will be a 13th dimension next week. I'm going to have Nick on with me. We are going to talk about the origins of the original Friday the 13th superstition with the order of the massacre of the Knights Templar. So
Yep.
we will be diving into that since it is a Friday the 13th, and with the 13th dimension, it's kind of mandatory to do a show on that day. So
Yep.
Nick actually talked me into it. So
Well, and as a reminder, this will definitely not be the last because there's a third one coming up later this year.
yeah, and by then I should be done with everything. So
You say that now, but you might change your mind later.
right. All right. So until next week, everybody out there, be safe. Hopefully the temperatures are warmer now. I know they're supposed to be fairly decent for us for the time that we're in. Um, anything else to close out with?
Not that I can.
I think we're good.
I think we're good.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, join us next week. Same super time, same super channel. I needed to say something cliche, stupid like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, have a good night, everybody. We will see you next week.
Take care.